It's our comfort zone. And we go up and down. As we're getting that near that upper limit, it's like things come out of the woodwork to stop us or slow us down, and then we head back down and we get to that bottom line, that bottom range of our zone, and we do things on purpose to go back up. It's almost like the motivation kicks in, and then we get up here. I talked about having the anxiety that comes with getting close to crossing the line, and we misinterpret that excitement, which is actually more like cognitive dissonance. We misinterpret it as anxiety or maybe signs that things aren't going to work, and then that triggers something else. So I talk about it as it's not just a line, it's a barrier. In that barrier, we have things like stories, we have limiting beliefs, we have habit patterns, we have our own associations or our conditioning. We have our own fears. I can even talk about having a fear of success. It could be that a person had success before and it led to so much pain, they've linked up pain with success. People talk about fear of success. That's what it can look like. You can literally have a phobia of just about anything if enough pain was linked up to it when the association was created. And based on what I've seen, many phobias occur during that 0 to 7, so it's not even a rational connection. Later, you can still contract a phobic response. It may have a rational underpinning, but when you dig into it, you realize that it doesn't really apply because it was a black swan event. So the reason I bring this up is that in order to get above this line, it's going to take some work. And we get in there and we find ourselves getting kicked back. And then we go at it again and we get kicked back. Unfortunately, sometimes we misinterpret enough and we end up going all the way back down here. And if you're not careful, it's harder to make that turn because you have momentum. And I call this the dreaded spiral. And that dreaded spiral can take you right below. So we want to avoid that, and we avoid it by being resourceful. But understand, going above that barrier is going to take some work. The challenge is that all of this is the unknown and unfamiliar, and the unconscious looks at the unfamiliar as a threat. As a threat, it wants to avoid it. Some of that anxiety or that excitement that you feel is you're literally pushing through barriers. This upper limit is there is because of a particular limiting belief. As you're crossing that line, you're challenging that belief. It stands to reason that if you're challenging that belief, you're going to have something going on internally. That a breakthrough requires a break with the beliefs of the past or the patterns of the past.